Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. I am, of course, Trex, and alongside me tonight is Super Patriot.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
And tonight we have a special guest. Vagrant isn't able to make it with us tonight. He has to work tonight, so cannot hate the man for wanting to make that money, because he needs to make that money so he can go do other stuff with that money. And so we have alongside us tonight...
Like save it for SOE Live next year.
He does. Yeah, he does. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Cursebringer to the show.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right, so if you guys aren't hearing Soups or Curse completely, I do apologize. It has been a stressful week trying to get my streaming PC and my mixer to work together properly. It's caused so much stress levels. I am not a happy camper. So I do apologize. I can't really they're going to try and talk as loud as possible. So pretty much they're just going to have to yell into their microphone, and I'm going to have to go deaf because I hear them super loud. And hopefully I can fix this up in post because it's going to be a nightmare in post once again. And it just means I just have another week to work on my mixer because I love my mixer. Yeah, it causes so much problems. So tonight we're going to have a great show. We're going to talk about FNL, the arena. FNL is going to be great to talk about with Soups with that. And we're going to talk about the PvE side a little bit of the PvE side of Game Update 41 that came out, because we talked all PC or the PvP last week. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the PvE, and then we're going to go into the test server and look at DLC 12 War of the Light Part 2. Ooh, it's going to be so good. So good. So, as we normally begin, Soups, how was your week?
It was good. It was good. Got some gameplay in and stuff. I'm actually gotten to the point now where I've got, I don't need to farm any of the tier 5s anymore for rent. Just keep turning in Fury for it.
Okay.
Because I got nothing to spend it on right now. But yeah, not too bad. Been a decent week. How about you?
I've had my mixer just give me nothing but crap after crap after crap after crap after crap. It's so stressful. You have no idea. Oh, man. I'm trying to accumulate what kind of stress it would be. Take your most stressful day at your back in the Navy, back on your ship, on your sub, and put that times 2, and that's what I'm feeling. It's nerve-wracking trying to get your work done, and equipment is not letting you do it. This isn't a Twix moment, Grid. Stop it. This is not a Twix moment. So, Curse, how's your week been, man? Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. My week's been pretty great. Hit 180 skill points today and have less feats to grind.
All right, well, I'm kicking him from the show.
We should introduce Curse here a little bit, and I want to talk about him a little bit. Curse, you're a second-generation DCUO player, aren't you?
Curse. What are you talking about?
So yeah, Curse is the son of Daddy-O, the
infamous Daddy-O.
Yeah, who started up the PC side Legends tournaments with the Community Event Council, Brain Children, and all that stuff. So that's really cool. So, yeah, so Curse, talk a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I've been a player since beta, and as much as I love the community, I enjoy playing the game, and it's fun. I don't know what else to say here. Put me on the spot, Trex.
All the time, man.
I'm a fire DPS on USPC. Most people know me from the forums. Whether you agree with me or in the forums or not, you know me. It's about all I can say about myself.
That's okay.
All right.
Alright, so So let's go straight into, because we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of tough stuff about. So we're going to go straight into Friday Night Legends. All right, so Friday Night Legends. Right. I got to the show late because, once again, I was working on Mixer. I was working on Test Tune. I was watching Archer. Not to say I wasn't paying attention to FNL. I just got there late. And I was updating, the DCO client on my PlayStation 3 because, hey, maybe I want to hop on. Oh, got update. Oh, silly Trex. And and so I got to FNL late. I got there at the beginning of the semifinals. The first semifinal match. So let's go everything beforehand. How was tonight, Soups?
It was about the way, it was like kind of similar in a lot of ways to our first FNL Legends tournament. It had some, we always see, for some reason there are always some no-shows. Why, I don't know. If you want to sign up and you want to participate in these things, then, please show up. But at the same time, there was, this time around though, it was a little bit different because we had some people that were a little bit confused about what exactly we were doing. One individual, the captain for their team, actually told me that somebody from their league signed their league up for it and didn't tell anybody and then left the league just recently too. So they kind of had to throw a team together. Which is never a good idea when you're going up against some of the competitive leagues and teams on the US PlayStation side. Because those are guys will steamroll you. But they showed up though. They got a team together and participated. So I give them my hats off to them for that. One individual thought that there was a 1v1 tournament, and no, I'm not going to say who it was, but I felt bad for that guy, mostly because of the assholes who started laughing at him. Because he was obviously a new player or a newer player. Never really got into PvP before. My understanding, he was still in PvE gear, and which doesn't matter because of the buff and everything that they get, the stat banding. But at the same time, though, to make fun of somebody just because they don't understand what's going on or exactly what they got themselves into, kind of an asshole thing to do. But other than that, it was a good tournament. I know there was DQ had two teams in there. They were a little annoyed about being in the same area of the bracket, so both teams would end up fighting each other. But it was a random draw. First tournament, you got to start off with the first tournament, and that's when you determine the rankings for the next one. Basically, how it goes. So, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I was happy to do it.
Excellent. Now, I did catch that. So, how did the 5v5 aspect for this tournament play out? Because, like Yen said, it was taking a little bit long. Were there any moments that you felt that it dragged a little bit?
Well, the only matches that went long, honestly, were matches that were two teams that were very good. They're very good. They're on point with the damage they do, the power out. The trollers are on point with their power out, and the healers especially on point with their healing out. So those matches going to time, honestly, did not surprise me one bit, because you're going to get that, and those make for exciting matches. Now, when the match is the final score is 0-0 or 50-0, no, those matches are kind of boring. But when, especially, we saw it with the finals match. The winning team was at a significant deficit on the scoreboard there until the last few minutes, and then they pulled one out. They, rubbed their rabbit's feet and pulled out an entire wipe against their opponents and drove the scoreboard up. And those make for exciting matches. Jens asked me, he's like, "Isn't this better than the the 15-minute matches ended in 50-0 and everything like that. And we had not been having that for a long time. Ever since Weapon Mastery came out, we had not been having that. Those matches going that long in 5v5s were the reasons why I opted for a 4v4 format for the first Olympus Games. Simply because, let's see if we can shorten these matches up, see if they can be determined on kills and not just survivability, and see if we can people will have a lot more fun in them. And people did. People had a lot more fun in Force because of the fact that there was only one healer in there, and they were able to put out the damage, and a lot of it came down, relied on that healer and the troller being able to keep them powered up and everything, and the DPS and the tank doing their job. But then Weapon Mastery came out, and that just changed everything up. People were going in there, and you would have 4v4 matches that were ending in under 3 minutes. Once you get a good wipe in there, and the team doesn't get itself organized, you can 1,000-0 another team in 3 minutes in there. And I think that could still be done that way in fours, depending on the group makeup. But they're wanting to try a fours out next time around here, and I'm going to see if I can push to try and have a set group makeup, because tonight I'm almost positive none of the groups that were participating in the semifinals or the finals were running with tanks. I'm almost positive of that.
So all the raids that I saw were all DPSers.
More than likely, yeah. More than likely. I need to verify that. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive that, they were all running with DPSs. For the simple fact that, I don't know if you guys pay attention to the scoreboard or anything like that at the end, but you saw on the scoreboard the damage out was almost even across even the support roles. Including the healers. Healers are doing massive amounts of damage now, and especially if they use healing powers like with electricity. Electricity has arc lightning does good ticks of damage on when they cast it for the healing. Electro burst does a lot of damage and is a very good heal, probably the strongest PvP heal they have at their disposal. Electricity. So with all that going on in there, the healers are doing a massive amount of damage now. It's a lot of damage that people aren't used to seeing. And, trollers are doing about the same, similar damage and everything. So, for a match to go 15 minutes like they did, with fives tonight, honestly, it was surprising for me. But a lot of those, like I said, a lot of those matches that we saw were against, were between two, top-notch teams that are each member is on point with their job, especially when it comes to the healing and controlling.
Excellent. Okay. Excellent. So, Curse, what did you think about the tournament tonight for arenas?
Well, I was tuning in and out of it periodically. I got to watch a couple matches, and I gotta say, I'm excited for the arena change. Legends, you see the same team makeups with Legend characters, and there's no real difference in match other than who wins each week. But with arenas, you can see different combos of powers and roles that you can't really get in Legends, It's nice to see a more competitive match over a longer period, like Soups was saying. For me, it's a bit more entertaining. It kept me on the edge of my seat for that final match to see who would win. I'm excited to see it to come over to USPC for those same type of matches.
All right. So, I don't think Meps didn't announce when the PC arena is starting, did he? I don't think he did on this episode.
No, you guys? I
don't think so.
You guys are doing one, yeah, but I don't think he's announced the date yet.
Okay, so the PC arena for FNL will be coming. We don't know the date just yet, so we should be hearing from that probably by next week, by next Friday Night Legends. So tonight was a really good start. It was a 5v5. I think the PC tournament for the first time will be a 5v5 maybe as well. And then after that, we'll see how the 4v4s go. This is all really just testing the waters. They want to see how the 5v5s run, and they want to see how the 4v4s go. So far, after tonight, I see that Yin should never get a Quiznos sub on FNL Arena's 5v5 night. That would be my recommendation. No Quiznos on FNL Arena's night. Just don't do it. Or if you do, you need to scarf it down really fast. Have someone sub in for you until you finish your sandwich. Perfect solution.
I just thought it was really funny how, he was thinking that Subway stole the idea of a toasted sandwich from Quiznos.
Oh man, I'll have to go back and watch that.
I was like, really? I was like, I even asked them, I was like, so you're saying they stole the idea of installing an oven?
I will.
And he said yes. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, Yen.
I will definitely go to Papa John's and be sure to tell him, like, you stole the pizza concept from Pizza Hut. Shame on you, Papa John's. Shame.
Yeah.
So
your Domino's was around before Papa John's too.
No one wants to steal from Domino's. No one.
Hey, they've turned over a new leaf, man.
Hell yeah!
Better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's. This is why I can't get sponsors for food. This is why.
We do all the sponsoring. We do it for free.
I'm gonna have to mute.
Here's the thing, though. If Trex was on webcam right now, you'd see him drinking out of a Gatorade bottle.
I sure enough am, and that's something else I'm still trying to figure out as well. So be sure to tune in to
webcam. Maybe you'd see me drinking another Miller Lite. SourceCast brought to you by Miller Lite.
I don't know if I can allow it. I don't know.
In Vegas.
Right? So be sure to tune into Friday Night Legends next week. Same Friday Night Legends time, same Friday Night Legends channel over at twitch.tv/DCUO at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. on the East Coast, if you're on the best coast, which is the East Coast. What? So.
Represent.
That's right. So I'm going to cut over here to, Trex is crying on screen. That's a shame. Aw. So before we move on to Game Update 32 stuff, as a reminder, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream on, oh my god, is it next week? It's next Saturday. Holy crap, the time has gone by. So, next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be starting a live stream, 24-hour live stream for extralife.org. It's for charity for the Children's Miracle Hospital Network. All for the kids. It's all for the kids. All for the kiddies. If I actually have my webcam on, I have a keychain that I was giving from my local hospital, from my local children's hospital. They gave me a keychain of a child, a child that they normally see in the NICU. I have like this little imprint of a NICU child's hand on this keychain, and it is so small I almost cried. It was like this is a normal size hand of a little kid who comes in to the NICU, and I almost broke down. I'm like, I need to make sure I do a great job on this. So be sure to join me on October 25th for 24 hours, 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. all the way through Sunday. I'll have my buddies from Nerds of the Apocalypse joining me because I need sleep. I can't do everything myself, so they're going to help me on this as well. And so you can hit the link in, if you type in !charity, boom, go for it. You can hit the link over there to donate. Thank you, Michael Grid. Thank you so much for your donation. It is greatly appreciated. He was the first one to donate. I do appreciate it. Great man. So you can also hit the little charity box on my Twitch channel down below. Just hit that and it will take you to the Extra Life org and just donate as much as you want. You can donate $1. I think you can donate $1. I think so. I don't know. but just donate as much as you can. It'll work. So, game update 41. We all know the amazing PvP that came out from it. I won in PvP, so I know it's great. I know it's great. So now we have to actually look.
That means there's something broke.
I'm not gonna deny it. There's something is. I got video proof from last week, and thank you everyone who really enjoyed me winning games, and especially they loved the commentary from Soups and Brittany with me winning games. That's what everybody loved about it. Just everyone just not hitting on me and everything. So a little bit of actually. You
were popping some feats in there. You should have gotten the first year.
You shut up over there. Shut it.
All right, Mr. 500 marks of valor.
Actually,
yeah. You want to, you need to grab him up with you, Curse, and take him feet hunting with you.
That's right. I still don't have 1,000 treasure chests.
Nice.
Many people do. I do, but I mean, not many people do.
Wow. So,
no, true story. I had a guy in my league who was talking about. I was like, man, just a few more to go, man. I get that 500 treasure box feet and I'm done. And I was like, you know, it goes to 1,000, right? And he's like, I'm not doing it. He's like, screw it. I don't even care about the 500 anymore. Not gonna do it. Nope.
All right. So there is a question here from Red Soul L over on the DCUO channel. Do you have any idea where the Avatar Bombardier set is? He can't seem to find it.
It is there.
It is there.
Still in the game. Yes, it is still in the game. If you go to like Aquaman, you go to the original PvP vendors, you know, where you get that first tier 1 iconic style, the original tier 1 iconic style. If you go there and you just keep scrolling all the way down, Avatar Bombardier is there.
All right.
I believe it is.
Okay, so
almost positive.
All right, so go to the tier 1 PvP vendors like Aquaman. It should be there. Okay.
Should be there.
Should be. If Meps was here, we could probably get like a definite, because I know that's actually been a normal thing that people have been asking around. They're like, hey, where's this gear? I can't find it. All right, so a little bit of server hotfixes that came in. I see here that there's some issues. Fix some issues with the link death while form is changed, and then Quantum's time bubble is once again not removed by any number of hits. It will be removed by absorbing more damage than your restoration plus dominance plus 10, or when the duration is ended. I know some time bubble stuff has been. Time bubble had its own mind apparently in on the PvP stuff. So
it was really surprising to me because one of the trolls that I run lockdown with regularly, he's Quantum. And he's able to regularly pick people up inside, you know when Craze teleports somebody and one-shots them?
Yeah.
They can't get out, and he leaves an AoE on top of them, so it's really hard to get him up. He's been able to pick them up every time.
Wow.
Pretty much every time. So I don't know. And although he was having difficulty last night, so maybe it was a new bug came in. I don't know.
All right. So survival mode came out with Game Update 41. And with survival mode, I have the listing here. Thank you, DCOM, for the link. For Conquering. And so far, the server first on round is all the way up to round 8. And that comes from Big Baby Jeezy. I know I probably said that name right. I know I did. Earworm. Earworm Void Cell MD. Oh, we have a doctor. Solarum, Devour Power, Potato, Second Circle, and Pew Pew. I'm going to go with Pew. I think that's what he's probably saying. Devour Power, I know him. I've seen him run around a lot. So congratulations to you guys for server first round 8. Do you know if this is actual league run, Curse, or was it a pug?
I believe it was a league. It might have been 1 or 2 pickups from one of their friends, but I'm almost positive it was a full league run.
Okay. Okay.
I want to say Who Cares? I could be wrong, though.
Oh, it's Pew Pew with a divider. Well, we don't have dividers in names because that's just weird. So it's Pew I Pew. Congratulations, Pew I Pew. And then below that, we have server first for round 7. Only one from USPC. We get the one from USPC and EUPC. Then, my server first, US PlayStation. Where are the set? Where's the Brittany? Where are the round 7s? Where's this at? I don't know what's going on.
I don't even know what you've been doing Survival Mode, to be honest with you.
Actually, you're right. I'm not sure if Brittany said they were or not. Can't remember or not. So, but US PlayStation, you got all the way up to round 7. Or, I'm sorry, round 6. The EUPC and USPC are up to round 7. And USPC is up to round 8. There you go. We're trying to make up for the devastation that happened last survival mode with this now. We got this. I have nothing. I'm trying to talk. I got nothing. So with survival mode, we got survival mode. We got the Halloween event, new holiday items in the boo vendor. How's everyone liking the the return of the survival event? You got Baby Boo, didn't you? Soups.
Yeah, I did get Baby Boo. Still missing Boo Junior, and they didn't put him on the vendor this year, which was different from the previous year. The previous year they put Ms. Boo on there for everybody to purchase. But yeah, I've almost got the whole family.
Now I will agree with Brittany that there needs to be somehow to bring out all the Boo trinkets at the same time.
Yeah.
Legendary
I completely agree with that.
Some way to make him... I honestly don't even want stats on them. I want them as a vanity pet and where I can bring them out all at once. That's all I really want. It's what anyone really wants. I'm not sure anyone really uses it for stats. Does Baby Boo even have stats? Good stats? Worth it stats?
I had people using him in survival mode and run I was in, so I think he might cheat.
Okay, true. Alright, so that's really all I want to really talk about with Gameplay 4U1. Some survival mode, the Halloween event's back. Yeah. Apparently Clarion is getting his own comic book. His #1 came out last week. Or maybe this week. I can't remember. I think it was last week. And because I was at my comic book store, I got packed up doing my video shoot. I looked at the comics section. I'm like, why does Clarion have his own #1? Why is this here? And they're like, yeah, I mean, he's coming back. He looks like a really cool character. I'm like, no, I know this guy because he's the emo pilgrim boy, right, from my video game. Why is he here? But apparently it's a new Clarion. A new kid is going to be Clarion. So I haven't picked up the issue, but the concept looks interesting. So, but I just want to put that out there. Clarion has his own comic book from DC Comics. Go pick it up. Oh, thank you, DC, for that money. Yes, thank you. Got push it. So, DLC 12, War of the Light Part 2 is on the test server. I am partnering up with SuperPage right now. We're just going to take an inside look at the duo in a little bit, as I actually have my test notes in front of me. Nope, that's not test notes. This is test notes. Nope, that's not test notes either. Where's my test notes? There's my test notes. Found them. Okay.
Where are we supposed to get the respec tokens at?
For the movement mode, Monitor Womb, the chick who is beside the equipment mod vendor, her, and it's in the test helper box. It's the second box in the list. If the SourceCast can be sponsored by DC Comics, I would love that. But I'd rather get sponsored by actually DCUO, and then DC Comics can come later. Take us everywhere. So, as you're looking on your screen, me crying, because apparently during FNL, everyone came to my channel and just cried. I still don't know why they were crying, but they told me to cry too, so I decided to cry. But look what's under my feet. Black circles, like I'm that villain in this. Was it Superman who fought the guy with the black holes? The Asian dude with the black holes? From the Superman animated show? I think it was. I can't remember. So, yes, this is skimming. I am floating in midair. I am crying, and I can also do other emotions. I can do all of the emotions. I can even rest. I'm looking over. Nothing really, because I'm in my lair. Actually, let me make sure I'm wearing my... Cool. I can even change my armory on skimming. And there's my idol. So, let's go to the monitor. Let's actually go back to headquarters. We can find Super Patriot with his skimming. Because he's going to love skimming. I know he's going to love it. He wants it so bad. Curse, how are you liking skimming?
I am loving skimming.
Love it, love it, love it!
I love it. It's awesome. It's the first movement variant, of course, but it's made a place in my heart already.
Yeah, so...
Just a note for anyone on test server, if you don't mind, Trex, that if you do not have your VSync turned on, the animation currently does not play right when you try and move.
I don't have my VSync on, but it looks fine to me. Let's turn it off and see what happens.
Yeah, if you turn it off, it looks choppy when you turn.
My UI...
Video.
Right. Oh, it's in video, sorry. Oh, my VSync is on. Let's turn it off. Let's see what happens. Oh, black screen. I swear, if I broke my game, I'm gonna hurt you.
Trex did a bad thing. Trex did a bad thing.
Oh my! Wow, that is horrible. It's like I have Parkinson's trying to fly. That's not a diss. It's just that's what it looks like. It's crazy.
It looks like you're having an epileptic seizure.
Okay, epileptic seizure. Okay, let's go with the seizure then. Because someone wants
Parkinson's. Everybody thinks about Michael J. Fox, and people start feeling sad.
Oh, I feel sad now.
Yeah, see?
Okay, so Peps is in chat telling me to stop it, so I need to turn my VSync back on. So please.
Do not show the broken part of the game. Do not show the broken part of the game.
I'm just reporting the bug. That's all I'm doing. So yeah, here's skimming. And you know, I'm looking at how the animation and the body style is going. I really want rollerblades now for speeders.
That would be awesome.
Skates for super speed would be awesome.
It would, especially with rainbows behind it.
You know what I would really like to see? I'd like to see some kind of like a rocket bike or something like that for Acro for Rocket Assisted Glide.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. So,
I think hoverboard would make an interesting super speed variant, or maybe acro.
I think you gotta be careful with that. You get a hoverboard out there, next thing you know, you got a bunch of silver surfers running around the game.
That's true. So,
yeah, that's true.
So I do apologize if my character just starts moving in an awkward direction. My thumbstick isn't. I need to buy a new thumbstick. So, so this is the idle pose. Where's Tikken? Is there a female character we can get with this? Because there's females who don't like this.
I could get on my female.
I have one made.
So, one of you two hop on your female. By the way, Curse, that looks badass. What you're wearing.
Thanks.
Kudos. What chest is that? I know that chest. That's from the briefing, isn't it?
No, pretty much all that set except the head and the back is the new Manhunter set.
That's the Manhunter chest?
Yep.
Everyone needs to stop complaining. I love this. I like that. Love it. I'm not going to do that whole thing, but yes.
It all depends. It all depends on the color scheme you put on stuff. I've
That's
noticed
true.
This before. Meps has very earthen tones to all of his styles because he plays earth tune, so he's very earthen tones. So a lot of things, the the way things look don't really pop sometimes with the way you can get some of the gear to look in the game. But yeah, the chest style and that entire outfit right there, I mean, it looks really good.
Oh, well, here's
look.
me give you power a long time. Okay, that's interesting, I guess. That
interesting to say the least.
That did. So we'll go into combat in just a little bit here. But it's really just talking a little bit about skimming. On the test server forums, Negative Mass has this magnificent thread talking about what skimming, pretty much a nice little Q&A for the skimming and also the known bugs. Now, this idle pose is the community feedback. You guys didn't like the original pose. Apparently, it was too... I liked it too. Apparently, no one likes Iron Man pose. Who knew? So now we have this kind of, laid back kind of a thing. But Tikken's logging in right now, and she's going to show us how the females run their thing as soon as wherever she comes in. Oh, well, there's a female right there wearing the Star Sapphire set. So
That looks legit, though.
That costume is so good. Costume is so good. Oh, she's a dancing. Oh, everybody's dancing technically except for me, because I have a powerful pose too. So, but look, she's like all dancing there, and Tikken's coming. I guess she's logged in now. And what I like about this, you can do the emotes. Could you do the emotes in flying? Oh,
Yes.
Well, you guys can fly. That's
your
why.
legs just kind of drop down, though.
Like awkwardly?
It was more of your torso moving than your legs.
Oh, that's kind of weird. So there's the idle pose for the women. I feel like I'm really going to have to talk with Tikken and actually have her type in stuff what she doesn't like about it, so the devs can know. But I don't play a female tune, so I'm not really sure what the feeling is. Okay, when you're like a child, like she is. Okay, calm down, Tikken. Oh, what is she doing? That's highly. How is that even possible? You can't.
Some Michael Jackson skimming right there.
You can't sit down like that. You should be falling over, right? That's how I think. She's sitting down while skimming. That's like the most awkward thing. Super awkward. That's the rest stance. And the rest stance for powerful folks are just like kneeling over like we ought to do. Oh, there's the sleep. Somehow I don't know how to sleep.
How are those discs keeping me in the air?
I don't even see your discs.
My foot's going through one of the discs.
There's no discs on my screen. There's none.
I don't see
I don't see Trex or Super Patriots.
Want to buy... Oh, you don't see mine, just me standing here? I'm floating in midair?
Yep.
Oh.
Just like a new flight pose.
Oh, now Soups doesn't have his... Okay, so I don't actually see Soups anymore either. Okay, that's bugs. Yay. Alright, so... The pose for me, it's idle. You just stand in here. It looks like you're trying to make some headway a little bit. But, it's... Yeah. So, I don't know. But I'm with Tikken. Want to buy butt skimming pad. When you sit down, a skimming pad needs to show up right there under your bum. Just right there.
That would be cool if you could stay in the resting mode
and just ride around.
As my phone rings, 1 second.
Nice. All right, so we're here in the duo. This is the duo, the Spark of Ion. This is by far my prettiest duo. I thought I loved Owen Science Cells. I look at Owen Science Cells and just like, look, we're gonna need to talk. It's not you, it's her. She's better than you. I like her more. Hit the bricks. And now I'm in love with the Spark of Ion. This is, you see the central battery right here above you. Just the whole architecture. The art and environment team, round of applause. Just a round of applause. It's pretty. So in the Spark of Ion, Hal Jordan has to carry Ion to Ion has to carry inside of him and carry it to the actual central battery. In your solo instance, you have to help Sinestro carry Parallax to the central battery on Quard. Basically the same thing. We're only going to go up to the first boss to show you guys how it goes. Super Patro, what gear are you wearing?
I am wearing the insect colonist, and I do have a piece that dropped out of this duo.
Okay, so he's wearing the Halls of Power gear. I am wearing Amazon Fury gear. Because someone...
Thank God you're in tank stance.
Yeah, right? I got DPS gear. I got DPS Amazon Fury, so we could try that. But someone on the forums created a post, and I wanted to show them that he wanted to know, it's like, could you do this with a combat rating of 106? Pretty much, could you do this in Amazon Fury gear if you didn't get Halls of Power? That's a legitimate question and something I always try to test out content-wise while I'm on the test server. Of course, I try to look for bugs, but more or less, I'm there for you guys for content-wise. Like, hey, can you do this in another DLC gear, which is B106? And let's find out. I have a video for it on the solo, which was by far difficult because I was in tank stance. But you know. Oh yeah, let's test out the combat. We're just testing it out here. Are you ranged or are you melee?
I can do both with this loadout.
I'll let you do what you want. Because
you're the tank anyway, so you should be on top of them.
Yeah. That's very true.
I started ranging them as a tank.
I miss bow. I need to get a new bow. If I get a new bow, I'll actually switch back. And a Prometheum lockbox. Alright, so I'm going to try and combat more in skimming. Oh, no, I didn't actually save my loadout. I didn't want violence. I wanted Galen Eruption. I will open the lockbox in a moment, folks. So, in the Spark of Ion, we have to deal with the Orange Lantern Core. Now, I say Orange Lantern Core, and most folks are probably going to go, hey, what are you talking about? There's no Orange Lantern Core. There's only Larfleeze. Well, thanks to the Larfleeze solo comic book, we got a little bit closer look into the actual Lantern Core, the Orange Lanterns. So Larfleeze actually captured all of them. Oh, I'm grounded. Captain Cold grounded me. Like, super... Oh, wait, I got closer to those things. That's why I got grounded. And I'm frozen. Help me. Help me. Thank you. So, the first boss in the Spark of Ion is Captain Cold. Avarice Captain Cold. Taken over by, you know, that good stuff. The orange light. But like I was saying, Larfleeze actually captured the Orange Lantern Core in his ring to become the only one who could use it. So, that's actually pretty cool. So all the constructs that you see Larfleeze pulling out of his ring, those aren't just constructs. Those are the actual core members. Larfleeze is that mean. That mean. Think about that. Think about that. He killed them. He did kill them and take their souls into the ring. Because in the comic book, it was a young lady who actually brought them back to life from the ring. So he killed them, took their souls. Yeah, so apparently he has two different freezes. He has one that... are you still frozen? My God. Oh, that's Sinestro. That's Sinestro over there. I'm sorry. So he has two different freezes. One that he's just like an instant, and the other one is actually a channel that you have to interrupt. All right, so lesson learned. I'm not going to tank him over there. I'm going to tank him over here. because I'm tired of that crap. And lanterns. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say they do that.
I have these doggone numbers instead of the button symbols. Utility belt, and it screws me up every time.
Get used to it. Welcome to PC.
Stupid numbers.
I actually just rage crashed. That's what I get for not having the sound on. That's causing that. Oh no! I think I actually might die. If I can time it right. Holy crap, I'm done. No, I'm not done. Not yet. Oh, I'm done. So yeah, Captain Cold, more Orange Lantern ads get summoned out. It's a whole bunch of taking them apart and all that stuff and going back. All sorts of fun, right?
Now, there's 2 feats associated in this duo right here. One of which is to not kill any of the ads.
Don't kill.
I believe it's a 50-pointer.
Don't kill any ads on any of the bosses.
Yeah, on Captain Cold and the boss we face later.
Wow. Wowzers.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah. Oh, dang! I got frozen off the bat. So, I mean, I really enjoy this duo. I completed it last night. You also do. I got a rifle and what was it? I got an expert plane as well, I believe, from in here as well, which is really neat. So, if you guys,
yeah, when he's got that bullseye thing over his head, you gotta interrupt him so I don't die.
I actually didn't even see it. I didn't see it because I looked at the other screen because I was going to check chat and see if they had any questions. So, whoopsie. I can solo this. It's okay. If I don't rage crash like I just did. I got this. I'm dead. So if you guys have any questions about DLC 12, please speak about it. So when you get the DLC, you hop right into it. You'll get your mission from Hal right off the bat saying, hey, go to Mogo. And go back to Mogo's command center, and you're going to go to the Balzo Metropolis. The historic district is now opened up. So we can now have access to that. There's some new solo stuff. And there's only one solo challenge. And it's really just a tier 6 challenge right below the iconic vision stuff. Dang, got frozen. You get frozen off the bat. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's rage crash hurt.
Itch.
So I actually did some of the questing last night. Went to the Star Sapphire area, and boy, was it was difficult in some areas. But I mean, it was a lot of fun though. Just I rage crashed in the thing. That makes me upset. So I'm trying to focus a little bit more on Captain Cold, but I'm also trying to take care of ads as well.
If all you gotta do is just pull them on top of Captain Cold, and I just sit back here and I could, BS this whole thing, as long as you don't crash.
Well, it's kind of hard to not crash, especially when you can't hear the music.
Yeah, hit that timer.
I'm paying. I got him. So, once again, yeah.
Quick tip too: if Hal or Sinestro get frozen, just pick them up and break them.
Or pick me up and break me. Oh, you're actually. I just saw you. I saw you. Well, I got no power. I got no power, so I can't help you. I used them. It was on cooldown. Alright. Oh. Wipes are wipes. I mean, I can't hear the thing, so... Alright, well, I'm done with that, so we just need to talk about the rest of the DLC. We showed the boss.
Done with it. He's done with it.
Yeah, I'm done with it. Oh, crap. Wrong with my keyboard sometimes. There's like no... Oh, there's the exit. So, there's a fight for Captain Cold. We wiped it.
Found a glitch in here yesterday with a buddy of mine that was running a Swiss.
Why are you finding glitches for?
Well, I mean, I've got to find glitches and all that because I'm on the test server. You want the game working correctly or not, Trex?
I don't know. My PvP was fixed. I was nerfed. So, you know, whatever, man.
That's what they all say, Trex.
It is. It is.
Yeah, I have an official, it was officially stated on the forums by MEPS that I was nerfed in the game.
Yeah.
Remember that post? Somebody trolling
I think
me?
I do.
Hey, this SP sucks so bad at this game. He's like, oh, because we nerfed him.
Alright, so let's head over to Mogo. We can at least go be in Metropolis Battle Zone to show it off.
Do you know where you can buy the new gear at?
I do. I'm heading to Mogo right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, same vendor as the Sign of Island gear.
Oh, that's creative. Skimming through Mogo. Skimming through Mogo. There could have been another guy. There's more than this guy here. Boom.
Yeah, but to do like the open world stuff, you guys come to Mogo and then you'll want to go to downtown Metropolis Battle Zone. And from there, there's another teleporter that takes you, I believe it takes you to the historic district.
Yep. So yeah. So Green Lantern Supply Officer is going to have your new gear for it. So let's go into the Mogo. You can also do your War of the Light Part 1 stuff here as well. So if you haven't done that, Trex, I know I'm going to do all that. Thank you, Trex. So, we do get, you have to have a combat rating of 106 to come into this next area to do these quests, to do the challenges and the duo, and even apparently the 4-player alert. And you need a combat rating of 107 to do the 8-player content. So, cool.
To answer your question, Michael Grid, yes, you have to use that teleporter to get to Metropolis Battle Zone, and then there's a teleporter right outside there where you can see Trex at now, and that will take you to the historic district outpost. Is for everybody who's got like the Urgent Warfront teleporter mod for your teleporters and your layers, more than likely this will be added on there to it. I'm hoping, or at least the Battle Zone will be added. It will be there, so you can just go to that.
Yeah,
I love those teleporters. Those teleporters are number one.
Yeah, if I used it. So from these lanterns here, Lantern Elza, Officer Onlur, Dramondo, and this little lady over here all give you quests. And I can actually open up my quest log. And I apparently have a lot of stuff I have to fix, but that's not going to happen right now. Location. So what you'll get is a Violet Menace. So you have to assist those three Lantern officers by completing, and you complete 10 missions. You complete 10 missions, you can choose the unattained gear. That's right, you choose your unattained gear once again. So instead of having to just do a bunch of quests and then like a challenge, you just do 10 and you get quests. Or you get your gear and you're done. You just do that as many times as need be. So they're all here, yay. And you get Symbols of Light and Mark of Fury as well. You also have a wanted poster for Dr. Light in the Historic District. Oh, what's in the reward box?
It's a good question.
That is a good question. Another quest that we have here, we have Warriors of the Light Part 2, which is basically your mission to, hey, queue up for this to complete all those to complete this chain quest. The Avarish and the Vicious. There it is. Travel to the LexCorp Tower and take out Large Flea's orange lanterns. Let's go do that since it's already selected. Where'd you go?
I'm over here in downtown
Right
Historic District.
Oh, okay. You got the crystallography. I'm guessing the amethyst crystals.
I believe so. Yeah, I gotta take out red lanterns.
I don't have that one.
Do raging green lanterns and crimson barrels to pick up.
Yep, I don't have that. So let's go down to the Crimson area. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Apparently I got hit. Is that just the Crimson?
The red mist, the crimson mist in these areas does a small tick of damage on you.
But I'm a red lantern. I should get a pass.
No passes for you.
Oh, come on! I support my reds.
For you.
This is lame. I'm going to subpoena. I'm going to talk to Atrocitus. We're going to get this done. Now, I also want to point out that everything that Dr. Light is known for, that's not the Dr. Light in this game. All right? That's not the same guy. I am treating it... that is a different Dr. Light.
I hope so.
Actually, it's the same Dr. Light, but pre-52 Dr. Light.
Yeah, pre-52, yeah.
Was not that great of a guy to begin with.
He was not. But what he's known for, we're going to keep out of the game. We're going to keep it out of the game. So here we have Soups is having to... what are you doing in the Crimson Mist?
I am. You know, my movement is a lot faster in combat.
I'm noticing that too.
I noticed that too.
Like, I take damage and I'm slowing, and I slow down.
I'm really super annoyed with skimming.
Here we go. Like, I'm taking damage and I see myself slowing down for it.
Look at this. Look how fast I'm moving. Yeah, I'm taking those ticks of damage. I'm in combat. Look how fast I am moving. I have to get respect to I have to go on one of my other tunes late and test this out. See, this is I'm not going to be pleased if Flight doesn't get that little buff right there.
Well, as Darkseid says that we're not in combat, but yeah, we're not in combat, so that's why we're actually flying around so much.
Oh, we are in combat because we're taking ticks. I'm showing a red.
I'm looking on my screen and I'm
actually in combat right now, but hold on.
Yeah.
Let me. Ow! I just said, "Hey, come over here and kick my ass to all these ads."
Yeah, yeah, you did. I'm not going over there.
Yeah, I aggro in DPS stance. What's up?
Yeah, because you're the only one over there. So, let's see. All right, while you're playing around over here, let's go over here. Curse, what quest are you doing over here in this place?
I have to follow some orange mist trails over by LexCorp Tower.
I'm going there myself. Well,
I've got that mission next, I think.
I can go over there. I'm actually heading over to the purple people.
What's your student's name? Willbringer?
Yep.
Invite you to group so he can find you.
I'm so slow.
There he is. I can see him on the map now. Yay!
Where the hell is LexCorp Tower? There you are. I found you.
Really? Really?
No, I was...
That big tower in
He was in the wrong spot. I was following his arrow.
The second tallest tower building in the province.
So,
the first. Oh, Science Spire?
alright, so Curse, what are we having to do over here in the Orange Lantern area?
I'm not entirely sure right now. I have to follow Citron mist trails and deal with the source.
All right, well, I guess I'll follow you to follow these sources because I don't have that quest. My quest is actually to kill these people carrying these tubes and follow the tubes. Or, well, take them somewhere.
So figure out what I'm looking for. I'll be sure to let you know.
I'm just trying to follow you. This is fun. All right. Well, we'll probably grab like one extra person or something. I think John's probably still on test, and we'll probably grab him just to run into the 4-man alert and see it.
Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, we have the. Sorry, excuse me. The Spark of Parallax is the solo challenge. That's your solo challenge in there, which all of this stuff is the same for heroes and villains. Okay, it's the same thing. There's no deviation to anything. So in the Spark of Parallax, you have to defeat Vice, Bleeze, and Red Lantern Metallo. It's gonna be so good, so cool. And of course, I'll have a video up for that later this weekend. In the duo that we just saw, we have Avarice Captain Cold in there first, and then we have there's another boss in there, which I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. And then the 4-man, there's a 4-man alert and a 4-man operation. All right. So in this one, actually, this is a little different because the 4-man operation is actually broken down into hero only and villain only. So for the heroes, we have to go against the Orange Lanterns, the Avarice Impurity. On the villain side, you have to go up against the Rage Impurity, which Red Lanterns, yay, Red Lanterns. And then the 8-player content is the Zamaron. It's Love and War. We have to travel to Zamaron. Oh man, I really want to do that. So, and then there's new base items, which some of these base items are actually really awesome. Decon tweeted me a picture of some of the base items you get from the investigations and the briefings and the collections, and they are by far awesome.
I just picked up a mist container device, and it's the bottom of those mist collectors from Mist Recovery.
Yep. You also get like a giant broken lantern for your base, which
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's like this big gray lantern. It's a lantern in the shape of a rock. So it's like, whatever. All right, so while he's playing around the orange mist, I'm going to come over here to the violet mist. Hi, Violet Mist. How's it going? So, these guys hit, again, I'm wearing Amazon Fury stuff. They hit like a truck, but they do go down. They do. So, the objective on this quest that I'm on, we have to defeat the constructors and take the crystals from here all the way over here, where these lanterns don't do jack diddly. They just don't. This area does get a little bit hard just because of my gear set. And I am, of course, playing as a tank. I'm not a DPS. So a little bit more testing is going to be done later on through the weekend for the spec. But also remember that when this goes live, we're going to have so many people. So many people are going to be swimming through here, defeating this, defeating that. So it's going to be easier because you're going to have people with you. Well, I recommend the nice thing to do is to get a group together. Just get a nice group together. 4-man this bad boy. Just go, it's like, hey, what quest do you got? You got this? And just go around killing stuff. It's all in fun and teamwork. It's all it is. I think Soup's...
In fact, last night when I was out here with that buddy of mine. We were going around. We were helping each other with our solo missions. Happened to be over here in the pink mist area here, and
Violet.
Is it pink? Violet. My bad. Whatever. It's pink, just like the aura. So we were we were doing this mission over here. I happened to be flying by. I saw a fellow hero getting the business from a bunch of these angry women, and we jumped in and helped them out.
Oh!
We're heroes that way.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the villains would work. And don't worry, also this weekend, villain content will be tested. Just because I know you villains.
Again, I saw that.
Oh, did I?
Yep.
I didn't even know I hit it. Wow,
I saw it as my rank comes through on my utility belt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Decon just let me know that it's actually the amethyst mist. I am sorry. I don't care what the mist is. It's the color of the core. I'm gonna go with the color of the core because that's how Trex rolls. Okay, I'm not going with pink.
It's pink.
I refuse to go with pink. So,
hey, come over here.
So this is all your nice stuff. The new new area opened up in Metropolis Battle Zone for your solos. Let me see if John's actually still awake. I think he was the last person to whisper me.
What power are you on that tune there? First?
I'm fire on this guy.
Oh, we're gonna be canceling each other out for days.
Ha!
So I can go switch real fast.
Hop on a healer.
I could get on my troll, or I can get on my heal.
Well, I'm trying.
Actually, just got that electric tune set up for heal. Oh. Uh-oh.
Whatever you need me to do.
Let me finish. I'm getting ganked right now by a bunch of angry women.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
he's fine.
I'm good. Good.
Not sure.
Turn this in, and I'll switch over to my electric.
Not sure John's awake. Let's actually see if anyone's in the league. Okay, actually, the whole league is right here on me, so we're already together.
Grab ticking up. Heal then.
Ooh, yeah. Where is Ticket? Let's go to Skype.
She's not doing anything. Doing anything but sitting there, complaining about the way skimming looks.
Ticken, wake up. Wake up, Ticken. Yes, we are right now on the PC test server, testing out DLC 12, War of the Light Part 2. What's that?
Switch.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Who's leader? I'm yellow, so I'm leader apparently. Yay. Oh, Angry Beard. Anger Beard was nice enough to host us. Oh, thank you, Anger. Yeah, Beard's the man. He is the man. I hope he's participating in the 24-hour live stream too. Oh, her PC crashed, so she's watching. We need you're going to be a healer. That's a DPS controller. We need a controller. First boss. Format. All right. I mean, yeah, we're just this right here isn't really a too much of an in-depth look at the entire alert. We're just really going in there so you guys can see how it looks, and we're just getting to the first boss. So, how do we feel about the new character select screen? The Zimmeronian background?
I think it's pretty awesome.
I don't want to switch to anything else unless something's going to beat it, which I doubt it will, because it's so nice. It is so nice. Alright, so some few things that they updated on the test server, not completely related to War of the Light 2. For survival mode, they add a few new base items to survival mode's treasure list. Sadly enough, she only has a healer. Oh, she can power spec.
I can.
I'm on my healer right now. I'm on my healer right now. I'm just not in that league.
Oh, okay. Well, Ticken
I can easily roll up a controller. It's not that hard.
Ember Rage?
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we need a controller. I have a controller if someone wants to tank. But my controller is not prepared. They are not. So,
what is your tune name?
Oh, John's here. So now, all right, we're good. We're good.
Rex, what's your tune's name?
Test Ember Rage.
Emberrage.
Yeah, Test Ember Rage. Just
there we go.
There you are. Okay, I'll get everyone invited. Cool. John finally requested back.
There is a slight issue here, so you're going to have to fill some time. I do need to spec for heals with this soon. I have not done that yet.
Well, go ahead and do that then.
Won't take me very long.
Okay. So, just a couple more stuff going on with it. With just in the test server that they updated. For Power Core, Fortress of Solitude, penetrating strikes will no longer be unintended excessive damage when Corrupt Jor-El AI is in its larger forms. Not sure what that means, but okay. I don't use penetrating strikes. I don't use DPS. Ha 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 ha.
He could be one-shotted as soon as he came up.
What?
Yeah.
What? That's insane! That is insane. Okay. So we already know about power, about quantum with the time bubble thing. Gadgets, EMP Pulse is now properly vulnerable to interrupt. I want to see some people rejoice, I guess.
That's good. That's good.
It is a good. Really good. In PvP Season 3, removing Herm Turf mod sockets from remaining neck and weapon items, item rewards from Season 2 of PvP. And then in the Operation Mist Recovery, the random misted boss in New Star Labs can no longer be attacked during opening camera. And no, this is not the 24-hour live stream. That's next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's when the 24-hour is. Whew, man. And then I want to give a shout out to the test server initiative started up by Ticken. They have been doing some hardcore testing for this DLC that a lot of these fixes that you see on the test notes, they work their tails off reporting these bugs. And especially to all the testers on the forums out there, you guys are doing a great job as well. And I am impressed to see the first real hotfix for this DLC on the test server. This is a pretty big list, in my opinion, of fixes that need to be taken care of. So we have fixed a bug where certain Green Lantern and Sinestro Corpsmen were being referred to as misted instead of impassioned. You know, impassioned. Who gave me a green? Oh, it was John. He's down there dying. We have some base items, so they will now show the proper colors in decoration mode, including newer survival mode assets. That's a good thing. For Spark of Parallax, the description on the on-duty menu now correctly describes it as one player. Apparently, it was supposed to be a duo, but they're like, you know what? Cancel that. We're making a solo. And they just finally changed that. The bosses in combat with the player will now reset when the player gets KO'd instead of when the player respawns. And then Vice will no longer T-pose when using his plasma field ability. I never saw the T-pose. Wow, what was that? Someone got a text.
That wasn't me.
That was my
So I didn't get to see this Vice T-pose, like the T-pose like you see on the armories. But Vice was actually the easier boss for me in that instance. Bleeze put up a fight. She worked me. She did. And then Vice was kind of like, I've already fought you before. You're nothing new to me. And then Red Lantern Metallo, he brought the bombs. And when you see the video, or if you have seen a video or played against Red Lantern Metallo, in this solo, you know what bringing the bombs mean. That was insane. For the Love of War, the rare dishes will now constantly appear in the cinematic that occurs in the middle of this operation. Neat. Haven't really done it yet, so I'm skipping it. For the duo, the treasure chest obtained for completing the Cold Hands Warm Heart achievement in the Spark of Ion has been fixed and will now contain rewards. Cool. They added a repair terminal. Duos are supposed to have a repair terminal. Solos will not have repairs. So when you go into the duo before this thing, aren't you glad we reported this now? Because God forbid the game finally launches, you're like, we need a repair. We don't have a thing in here. Freaking testers, man, they failed us again.
Where's the repair vendor going to be at now?
It's at the beginning of the. It's at the beginning.
So you're talking about the duo?
Yeah. Yeah. Originally, it wasn't there.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. Okay.
Viper, why should I do a Q&A with Grid? Grid's not here. This is Curse. Curse, say hi.
Hello.
See, that's Curse. Grid's not here. Lionaire, I have seen your question about the fire tank update. I don't really have anything to say about it because I don't know anything about it.
Get here anytime soon. There you go.
Yeah. As far as I know of, it's not really a delay. It's kind of something that I don't think is really
on the production schedule.
Yeah.
It's just not.
I mean, I'm expecting Ice Advanced Mechanic next. I'm expecting Ice.
Yeah. Mental.
That is coming next up. I think Ice is next up for the Advanced Mechanic.
Grid's not a villain. Grid's a hero. I play with Grid.
Michael Grid's a hero. I was just in a raid with him last night.
There you go. Orange Starfire is good. Black Bandana, put the pin on that. I'm going to come back to that in just a moment. I love spilling Lantern lore. They also fixed an issue that blocked orange lanterns from appearing in the final room if the person without the spark entered the room first. Oh, that does make it a little awkward, doesn't it? And then resolved an issue with the loot lockouts. They should now function correctly. Fixed an issue with the Captain Cold sub-boss dropping incorrect loot. That was an issue. Gotcha, Lion Hair. Gotcha. How come heroes get banned from FNL chat? Because I don't know what to say, I guess, because
it happened.
Because even though we're heroes, we're more demanding than the villains. We're more cocky.
I don't know about that.
Well,
you haven't played USPC, have you?
Some heroes. Let's go with that. Some heroes, you know. And then for the exterior missions out here in the open world where we are, because you know, Star Sapphires right over there. They updated the Star Sapphire protectors to more. Damn it, Meps. Updated Star Sapphire protectors to more often hold aggro properly. Man, that sentence. In Heroes.
Say that 3 times fast.
Try to just read it. Heroes should no longer see a mission icon above the villain terror agent Umber, and villains should no longer see a mission from icon above Lantern Officer Elza. So we got crossed. We got crossed. How you like that? That's cool. And then orange you on our side. Wow. The puns. I'm sure SJ did this. I'm sure she did. Less Course Stealth Specialist initial attack speed has been fixed so he doesn't fire a lot of attacks in short succession. Gotcha. And then the Crystalline Catalyst, which is what technically I'm doing, that quest. They adjusted the number of NPCs to free from the Star Sapphire crystals. I'm sorry, this is actually part of another quest. I'm sorry. The Star Sapphire Conqueror should now shows an objective icon when you are approaching the quest stage. crystallography, which is I'm on, the architects now show an objective icon when you are in the appropriate stage. When releasing NPCs, they are more likely to be what you are looking for. So these are the robots that we're looking for. These are the robots. And then we have like Doctor's Light spin attack. The damage has been adjusted. Turrets are no longer will no longer flop around like a fish out of water in the alert. Okay. Nice. And then that's pretty much it. Everything else is just, I mean, it's more fixes, but so good job to all the testers out there reporting all of this stuff. This is actually some great stuff. Great stuff. All right, so Soups, how are you looking?
Almost
there. Okay. So Curse, how long have you been?
So Trex.
How long? What has been your least favorite thing about the DLC so far that you've been playing with?
So far I've only tested the solo and the duo. The only thing I have to say really is, well, negative, is the boss's difficulty range in the solo. Like, you said it yourself, Vice is pretty easy if you leave him for last. Bleeze is a handful, and Metallo seems to be the hardest out of the three if you bring him out last.
You know what? You want to know why I think that is with Vice? Because of the fact that he doesn't have any counter mechanics.
Yeah, he does. True. Wait, does he?
No, maybe not actual brawling type combat. I remember countering him once or twice.
Yeah, I've countered him plenty of times. Yeah.
Yeah, but does he do counters on you?
Yes.
I'd have to say no.
I thought he did. Now I'm gonna have to relook at my footage because that might be a bug. Vice needs to interrupt me. Let's make it harder.
He was like that in survival mode as well.
Okay. Okay. Oh, we got Spittle in here. Spittle's here. Hey, Spittle. Did we do something wrong? I feel like we did something wrong. I did it on purpose. So Spittle comes in. That's why there is a combo feat to do it in each order. Some need to be harder for last for it to matter. Smiley face. Aw.
Makes sense.
It does.
The combo was pretty long too. I mean, it's like every variance of a situation to release them is in there. So
gotta keep it relevant.
Ain't that the truth? All right, so Soups, how about you? How have you been? What's your least favorite or? Yeah, he butchered that, but he's glad we got it. Yeah, we got your back. We got you. So Soups, how much? I mean, I know that the DLC on the test server has been. It's like what, second day 2 maybe. So I mean, what have you experienced so far that you're not enjoying so far that you want?
Well, the glitch I found yesterday wasn't fun because we couldn't complete the duo because of it. But I was glad that we found that so we could report it. But I don't know. I mean, it's like, this is. I mean, I did the 2 open world missions in the duo yesterday, so I haven't really had a chance to experience it as much. But I mean, it's looking good. I mean, it's definitely, the open world stuff is definitely challenging. Even in Insectoid gear, the 94 gear, it's definitely very challenging. The duo, obviously, I mean, you saw how we were. Granted, I was with Trex, but I mean, it can be difficult as well. And
well, it's difficult when you have your sound muted, so you can't hear your raid trash.
Yeah, I do feel you on that because that was the same way with me for survival mode when I was tanking it with rage. Let's see here. I'm almost done.
Okay. So something that did pop up on the test server, whether by accident or Spittle did it because you're like, let's give him something. Poke, poke, poke. There's a feat list for I want to make sure I pronounce this right. Levin's PvE.
No.
No, it's Levin's. It's Levin's PvE.
I know.
And
because the devs can't spell doesn't mean we have to, follow suit, all right?
And the Levin's PvE listing is below bases, so this is actually part of the bases feat. So everything's like so messed up with this. I was like, what's going on? Did I mess this up or something? So we have a glimpse that the first Legends PvE instance is going to be South Gotham Courthouse. Because, I am not drunk. Spittle.
They got you saying one thing wrong. You're saying one thing wrong. And now you're entire. It's like you got a speech impediment now.
A little bit.
Rough whirl. Rough whirl.
Wait, I just realized I am home, Spittle. I want to get drunk. Can I drink? I'm supposed to be sober for the show. That's what my manager said. So for the Legends PvE, we have South Gotham Courthouse. So we have two feats that we've already seen before. The timely closing arguments, the defeat the prosecutor and defense attorney within 10 seconds of each other. We know that. We can easily do that. Then it's the allow all sentences to run their full course when fighting the judge. That's still a pretty... For me, it's still pretty. It's still pretty tough.
Don't have those, I know some people don't have those feats, on the live game right now.
I think I have it. I can't remember or not. But then we have these two new feats. The Legends PvE Hero Checklist 1. What does this mean? That means that we are going to have... We can play... The Hero Checklist is play as Robin, Huntress, Dr. Fate, Wonder Girl. Oh, Spittle wants to stop talking about it. Oh, I have to listen to Spittle. He has some... I respect him.
When does he run the show?
Since he's on my stream. He's rarely here. I want to make a good impression.
A good impression.
Stop it! Excuse me, let me drink.
Stop saying it wrong. I am set. I think John needs about 1 minute, he said, but I'm ready to go. So if you want to go ahead and cue it up, and then he can cue in when he's ready.
Yeah, let's go ahead and cue it up.
Do it.
All right, so we're only gonna go up to the first boss. To go ahead and just take it out a little bit, and we'll describe how we're doing it. Let's start off with the Zamaron conversion chamber. Let's start with that.
Let's get our impure avarice on.
Yeah. Grid, do not time out Spittle. No. We are not doing that.
Mod him before somebody does that.
Man, why do I gotta do all the hard stuff?
Because.
Wait, do I want to give Spittle that much power on my stream?
Do it.
I don't think he'd abuse it.
Okay. I'll allow it.
I had enough somebody timed out an episode at one time.
At the time, it was funny.
At the time. We got to thinking about it, we're like,
Yeah, see, I mean...
nice enough to come by and answer questions in the chat.
That's true.
We probably shouldn't let people time him out.
That's true. That's true. My mods abuse their power. That's why I have one villain, and he's an active villain.
Although I will say, Michael Grid missed the perfect opportunity for vengeance on him.
Yeah, he did.
All the times he gets banned from FNL.
It's Grid's own fault. Stop talking about books. So, all right. So while we're waiting for John, real fast, I can talk about the Star Sapphires. The Star Sapphires are not evil. They are, if anything, they are their own person. They don't really side up with anybody unless it benefits them. So
they don't need no man. That's why they're evil.
Basically, yeah. That's
That's not why they're
Aliens
evil. That
gone
just
wild.
explains their attitude.
Wow.
That just explains their attitude. Their attitude problem.
and it's true. It's true. I mean, the Zamorans are all female, so they and honestly they don't more or less, in my eyes, control the love aspect. They are they're abusing it. It's not a choice of like if a ring of love from the Star Sapphires wants to go out and find a new person, it's like no, come back here, ring. You're gonna go who we say to go to. This man? No, we're gonna give it to her. So, and for God's sakes, they actually kidnap, even in the game, in these areas for the Zamorans, they capture other females and mind control them. So, they're not evil per se. They just do bad things. Like the Red Lanterns. They're not villains. They just do bad things to bad people. But they just do it in the worst possible way.
Whoa.
Okay, so we're on...
You told us this person's first time in here.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Can the art department get a raise? Spill's listening. I know he is. Don't ignore me now.
Hey, Spill, can me and Trex get a raise? At least me.
A raise from zero is still zero.
This is where I get bad and try and get out of bounds for screenshots.
Yeah, right? Alright, so we're here on Zamoran, and I'm going to try my best not to rage crash. I'm going to try my best. I can't make any promises. So, here on Zamoran, we have to free the abducted lanterns from their conversion crystals. Like I said, conversion crystals! They just want to take over people's minds. Now, what I really think is pretty cool that I didn't actually expect it is that Fatality is in the game. And I love Fatality. I read the Green Lantern Corps a lot, and I do actually need to answer a Twitter post after the show. But the Green Lantern Corps comic book has been my favorite because Van Jensen has gotten me to like Jon Stewart. And normally I don't like him, but I feel for him now. So, but Fatality was in the Green Lantern Corps book, and now she's in the game, and it's like, I really want to find her now. It's like, big fan, love you. What you're doing to Johns, by the way, is mean. But, what are you going to do? I mean, Fatality actually hates Jon Stewart because, John destroyed her planet. By mistake, but, he still did it. But he didn't do it with a smile, though. Oh, yeah.
That explains what he says over in Mogo.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he is haunted by a dark past. I mean, even in the comic books, he killed Mogo. Well, he didn't kill him, but he accidentally destroyed it.
He was possessed. By Parallax. Dead for a while.
Hold on.
Where are you going?
Didn't he destroy Mogo for actual reason, though?
What do you mean wrong way? We have to free the abducted.
I know. I thought I got the one that was back there.
There's one. Are Orange Lanterns friends with villains? That's a big hell no. Alright, we're still missing some.
No, we got it. Doors ready to open.
Okay, coming in. Skimming. Oh god. Came in too fast.
Trex to the bad thing.
All the time. Alright, come here, ladies. Oh, Spill left. Okay. So we can't get a raise now.
Because we asked for it, that's why.
Did someone break something? Because I see more people than it needs to be.
Whistles quietly in the corner.
Jeez. So no, Orange Lanterns are actually, well, Larfleeze. He does whatever he wants to benefit himself. He's the Orange Lantern of avarice. So he is a villain. There's nothing really like awesome heroic about him. He is a bad guy. So I don't see him being considered to be like a tweener. It's just not going to happen. It's not in the cards.
Did they update his model for the DLC? I haven't seen him yet.
I'm not sure. I don't know if he makes an appearance. I know his core does. Just not sure if he does. Okay, so I see you guys. Get over here.
Glad you finally saw him. He's a P.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. Isn't Jon Stewart becoming an Indigo in the new comics? No, Capmon. That was actually a one-shot. That was 5 years into the future. That's a possible future because you know how time travel is. You make it... Okay.
So he will become one.
If he keeps going down the path that he's going, yeah. That is correct. Oh, man, I can't wait to see Indigo 1. That's going to be so good.
I'm waiting for Black Hand.
Everybody's waiting for Black Hand. All right, so now let's, one at a time, break these things.
I'll get this one over here.
Crap.
Whoa.
Holy. See, this is when we need a ticket in here.
This is why we need ticket on the... Oh, God.
Hey.
Oh. Who broke it?
I think John's,
Did John break that one too? Oh, God.
I think his freaking,
Damn it.
TOT move. Yeah, come on. Rex,
I rage crashed. What do you expect from me? I can't hear it.
don't rage crash. That's what I expect.
Well, I can't help that. I can't hear it.
She's got a purple hammer. That's awesome.
Yeah, see, I just rage crashed again. Yeah, this is not a game you want to play mute. Oh, rage crash again. At least I can call when I'm rage crashing. That's progress, right?
Suppose.
I call it rage crash. Ooh, she hurts.
Are you not? Alec Green is not hit for what I was hoping.
Do you think I got nerfed? Because you know that's what they do. They nerf things.
Yeah.
Nerf all the things.
I'm getting a bigger heal off of freaking Arc Lightning right now than I am Alec Green.
That sounds about right.
That's what I Alec Green's good for.
And she jumps. And I think she, like, blows stuff up. Do something fancy, lady.
Brought my soup here to help out John a little bit. He was a little bit low on power. Bam it to keep me powered up. Like a good troller. Hey, let's not do that.
So, at least you're trying to make sure you get the combos out. Oh.
Watch when she's doing that doom spin. I don't know.
Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it?
Oh, Trex, I'm going to take you to the school of tanking, man.
Oh, yeah, it's not like I actually see, like, an actual meter says, hey, she's about to do this. It's called random.
Actually, when she's doing a feint, she does have that little yellow aura that pops around her.
Better not rage crash anymore. See? Oh, and I was blocking and she still knocked me over. Oop. Alright. So, and also at the same time, remember that I'm also wearing Amazon Fury gear. So, yay me. So I can do this. It just takes a little longer. Oh, come on. I blocked it. And she summoned spikes. That's neat. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, I'm down. Because that's me.
Got you.
Yeah.
The environments in this DLC are just amazing.
Yes, they are. In fact, they are.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh no, same here. Everybody is.
And yeah, I did that.
Oh.
I got her. I got this.
You got this?
I got this. Yep, no. I crashed. I crashed. My fault. I crashed. So yeah, I have.
Oh yeah.
There should be a base item right here.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead.
Oh man, can you imagine having a lantern type themed lair and having like this would be like the soda vendor?
Oh god, yeah, that was so good. Make it happen.
You know, they have Owen as an environment now.
All right, let's go ahead, head on out, and let's go take a look at the other one. We'll take a look at the operation.
Oh, fine. So we're we probably should have disbanded.
I think I can still disband. You want me to try and disband? I can't disband.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. It's good. I'm not seeing any.
We didn't kill the boss, so that's why.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Zamaron. Let's go take a look at the Avarice Impurity. Oh, we got Deserter. I got Deserter, though, for 10 minutes, so that sucks. There's no looking at that. Yeah, we should have disbanded. Whoopsie. Oh, well. But, alright, so that's really... I'm going to call it a show now because I don't want to get a little too late. Because we already have a little bit of dead air to begin with. So, DLC 12 is on the test server. If you have a PC Legendary account, be sure to go over to the forums and download the client and download the client and hop onto the test server and give us a nice little test. I know I'm going to be running all the content in my 106 gear, my 106 CR gear. And then, of course, I have my Halls of Power tank gear set up on my armory, ready to go, just in case things get a little hairy and I need to switch. Why did you start a fight? I'm skimming away. Skimming away. Skimming away. Skimming is on the test server as well. It does have this annoying sound behind it. I thought it was just my audio equipment, but apparently everyone agrees as well that it's actually an issue. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Nope, that's really all I got. That's all I can really remember. Yeah, be sure to head over to the PC test server. Find a whole bunch of live streams, too. There's going to be people live streaming, people videos, all that good stuff on YouTube for this stuff. It's going to be really good. So, you can find the SourceCast over on the social media on Facebook and the Twitter. Just type in DCO SourceCast or DCO Source Podcast. You'll find them all, and you can find all the episodes over at Trexlight.com. Nice little spot to watch, to listen to all the videos, and all the episodes from 75 to current are on my YouTube channel at Trexlight.com at YouTube.com/Trexlight. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/today'shouse. I'm also on the Facebook.com/today'shouse. Notice I'm using a slash, not backslash for that. You can also find me on the Twitter at Today's House, and I do stream on occasion. Hopefully I can improve the quality of those streams. Twitch.tv/Today's House there. First, what about you?
Yeah, Curse, where can we find you?
You can find me on USPC, and if you are on USPC every Monday night, if you're interested in PvP, make sure you add the custom channel PvPIT, all one word, and no matter what your gear is, no matter what level, as long as you're 10, I'll be forming PvP groups up for people, so you can find me there.
Oh, yeah, and
How do you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a quick question for Curse about that. How do you feel about level 10 getting into arenas with 30s?
Ooh, that's true.
It's interesting. I'm used to seeing it in Legends and thinking, okay, this is either someone on a new character or this is someone who doesn't know what they're doing. But at the same time, now it's arenas, I go to lunch someone, it's like, wait a minute, why is this level 10 taking me down like this? Oh yeah, derp, they're buffed. But it's a nice experience. It gives players a bit more of a chance to learn PvP mechanics before they're level 30.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. My only thing is, I was like, you got level 10s going there, especially if they're a new player. They go into an arena match, they get queued up against level 30s, and they just get steamrolled, and they're like, I'm not doing it anymore. Not doing it anymore. Or, you know, I mean, because there's a lot of things with those level 10s that's going on. I mean, they could be very new to the game, and you know, that's their first experience with arenas. Not to mention the fact they don't even have enough PowerPoints to fill out their loadout bar.
Right.
You know, so they can't even get the right powers that they may need to PvP with. So. Plus, I've been seeing a lot of guys using heat vision. If you're new to the game, don't use heat vision in arenas, guys. You're just gonna get yourself hurt. You're just gonna get yourself hurt. All right. I know it's cool, but yeah, don't do that.
And you can of course find me on my over on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Trexlight. I've got a couple of test server videos coming out this weekend. It's been a little bit rubbish lately. Trying to get it done, but we'll have some videos out this weekend. And you can find me over on Facebook.com/Trexlight, and especially on the Twitter at ThisIsTrex. And find me on my website over at Trexlight.com, where you can find the DCO SourceCast and all my other podcasts and work that I do. And tomorrow night, I think it's actually still going on. It's over at Saturday Night Legends. New thing coming from our buddy John Knoll. It's going to be over at twitch.tv/DKingDallas19. I think it starts at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So he does a Saturday Night Legends tournament every Saturday night. Definitely head over to his Twitch or find him at DCUO SNL to find out more information. And also hit the forums. It's over on the forums as well. So there you go, John. Give you a shout out. Now pay me. Pay me now. No, I was going to get paid for this. Pay me. Want all the monies.
All the fat loots.
All the fat loots, indeed. So thank you so much for watching. Next week we'll have some more DLC 12 footage for you guys. Talk a little bit more about some stuff that probably we would like to see, that we wish we could see in game in this thing. So you guys have oh my god, that's right, next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget, 24-hour live stream for extralife.org for the children's charity hospitals, for my local hospital, for the kids. Just hit the button on my channel or just hit !charity in the chat and you'll get see the links for everything to donate. So I can't wait to see you guys for the 24-hour live stream next Saturday. It's going to be some great stuff. Got some DCO. I got some World of Warcraft. I got a whole bunch of games that I'm playing the entire weekend. And I may, if you guys donate, you guys may choose what games I play. So, ooh, look at there. I might do some fun stuff. All right, guys. Say goodnight. We're out.
Good night.
Night.